Hi guys, it's Friday night here in Manila, so I'm gonna go ahead and record our weekend video. Um, and tonight's video is a little special. It's the color challenge that Gary's diecast collection started over a week ago. I'm just getting a chance to do it because last weekend I was doing the other challenge for the Mopar challenge, and then I had my regular scheduled episodes during the week. So Saturday, as I said before, is turned into like a free for all day. So for this color challenge, my color is a little different. As I mentioned in my last video, it's kind of putting a twist on this compared to just one solid color. And it's basically perfect timing for this weekend too, because it's Memorial Day weekend. So to pay tribute to the U.S. and to all the people who serve in the military and things like this that we usually do on Memorial Day, I'm going with a red, white, and blue theme. Not just red cars, blue cars, and white cars, but specific red, white, and blue cars with maybe a U.S. theme, such as our first contender here, USA 1 from Greenlight. So this is a really cool monster truck. One of the first releases when they started doing these about, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 years ago. So one of my favorites, an old Chevy, well, I say C10, but it's like more like a C20 or C30, something like this. But very cool casting. And definitely goes with the theme I was going for. A little dusty, but anyways, this is definitely what I was going for. So he's the first one, and I've got 12 cars in the lineup for you guys today. And then before I proceed, this way, some of you guys that don't stay around for the whole video, which is no big deal because I know I talk a lot. So if you skip through, you won't miss this part. On Sunday, when I record my video, it's going to be my regular like premium unboxing for Monday, but only for like 1 or 2 cars because it's going to be in correspondence with a challenge that I'm going to start. So definitely tune back in, guys, though, especially the ones that usually take part in these challenges, because I will have a new one for you guys if you'd like to take part in it. I will tell you more about it on Sunday night, my time, so it'd be like Sunday afternoon, your time. So, yeah, make sure you tune in for that video and check it out so you'll find out what the next challenge will be. At least my first challenge that I'm offering up. So I think it'll be a cool one. I think it's one that all of us can take part in. It's not going to be anything extreme. So I think everybody has these type of cars in their collection. So make sure you tune back in on Sunday and check that out. So let's continue. Next one, another USA themed car. You guys seen this one a couple weeks ago, and actually see me unbox this one when we were doing the funny car comparison between Johnny Lightning and Hot Wheels. So this is our Hot Wheels USA 1 Bruce Larson Corvette funny car. Very nicely done by Hot Wheels and their drag strip demons series back in 2009, 2010. I'm not sure if this was in the 25 car or 30 car set. I don't remember on the package. But definitely a very cool paint job that represents like Memorial Day. This is also a very cool theme for like the 4th of July and such. I guess you could say patriotic holidays like that. So there is number 2 in the lineup. Then the last USA 1 themed car. This is another Bruce Larson funny car, which you guys seen also in that same video. The red, white, and blue 70 Camaro of Bruce Larson from Johnny Lightning. As I said, these Johnny Lightning Funny Car Legends has some really cool tampos. They did a really nice job on these cars. Just as I said, the scaling sometimes maybe be a little bit small, but besides that, they're pretty nice. Especially the Camaro, the proportions are done good. For a stock Camaro, for a funny car, they had a little bit longer of a nose, but hey, this is still cool. So, number 3. So now we're going to go into our red, white, and blue cars. The rest of these are going to be all Mopar or AMC. Of course, AMC, we all know, had the red, white, and blue paint jobs. They were kind of like trademarking this. Basically, they were the ones known for this. This is a really cool one. I don't think I've showed you guys before. This is the red, white, and blue AMC AMX from the Toys R Us box set from, I think, back in 2003 or 2004. It's a very cool car. It was the centerpiece in the box set is what I can remember. Actually, I bought this box set to get the white Grand National, well, white T-type, I should say, but there was a few other bonus cars that were very cool. So yeah, they did a really nice job on this casting. Detailed engine, opening hood. So definitely a cool one to go with the theme I was looking for, the red, white, and blue. And then here's another one that you guys have seen before a while back. This is the Greenlight Mark Donahue Javelin from the Trans Am series. It's the Green Machine from the Greenlight 10th Anniversary series. As you can see, even the tires say Greenlight 10th Anniversary, which is pretty cool. Has the green Kragers, green base, number 48 of however many they made. I think there were supposedly 10,000 of each casting, but I think they did a few more than that. Also, detailed engine, opening hood, full cage, window net. They did a nice job on this. But the next one I'm going to show you guys is done even better. And it's not quite as rare as this one, but it's more sought after. It is the Vintage Racing Hot Wheels Mark Donahue Javelin. This is probably the most popular variant of this casting. I know it's very hard to find. I actually could not find it for a reasonable price until I came to the Philippines, and I found it here loose for a pretty reasonable price. Very cool casting. This is the one that eluded me the most in the whole set. When I was collecting these back before, when I was collecting for the first time. These were impossible to find. The Datsun 510, the Brie Datsun, was actually a peg warmer. I had a few of them and I sold them when I got out of the collecting. But this one was one that eluded me. I never owned this one. So yeah, a lot of the hard to find vintage racing cars are not so hard to find here. And really, they're not badly priced either, because a lot of people are not into them. Some people are, but not many. So this one's got perfect stance, the perfect wheels, like those Watanabe style, like 10-spoke gray wheels. I'm not sure if that's what they were called on these. I know the JDM 10-spoke wheels are Watanabes, like the Hakos and Ken Mary's run. But I'm not sure what they ran in the American cars. Maybe the same brand, I'm not sure. So yeah, this is a very nicely done car by Hot Wheels. That whole series was pretty much done very nice by them. So, the last Javelin. This one is also by Johnny Lightning. And it is Cheryl, I'm not sure, Shirley Graham, something like this, the Dragon Lady. You know, sadly, I don't, sorry, Shirley Shyam or Sham, something like this. But I just know her as the Dragon Lady with this car, this iconic Javelin, the red, white, and blue Pro Stock, Super Stock Javelin. This is another one that's pretty nicely done by JL. They've done this in a couple of color variants. This is the only one that's the original like color scheme. Sometimes JL and their Dragsters USA series did some crazy paint jobs that were not accurate for the car. But this one is actually accurate for this car. It's got plastic wheels, two-piece composite plastic wheels, which is still okay. I wish it was rubber tires, but hey, still the composite two pieces look pretty cool. It looks nice because it's got the centerline looking wheels and small ones in the front, big ones in the back, so nicely done. So yeah, this was from the Dragsters USA series. Older casting, 95. So yeah, the last one of the Javelins. But still yet, got one more AMC to go. And this is the all-popular Rebel machine from Hot Wheels. This is from their original Boulevard series back in, I think, 2013, something like that. This is a very cool casting. Very accurate paint job. The scoop with the hood tack mounted on the scoop. Very cool piece. This one I was happy to have. I got it from one of my friends that opened a box set. So I was very happy to add this to my collection. Because as we all know, AMC is kind of like an adopted Mopar. They're even kind of accepted at the Mopar Nationals and things now. Because they were bought up by Chrysler back in the 80s, I believe. So this is always a cool car. That's the paint job, the scoop, the tack, it was always cool. The Rambler was also cool. The Javelins, the AMXs, they were all really cool cars, and they all wore this iconic red, white, and blue paint job. That's nothing symbolizes America better on Memorial Day weekend than an American Motor Company car in red, white, and blue. Pretty cool. So, now we'll move on to the Mopars. So we've got 8 cars out here. We got 4 Mopars. So first one is a Greenlight. This is the Mopar van, 1976. I think what they called a B100, something like this. But the reason I bought this, I'm not a fan of this van, but the paint job and the direct connection name is awesome. That's their basically performance part division of the parts department of Mopar, direct connection. So a very iconic name, especially back in the 60s and 70s. And just the paint job, the Mopar, it screams 1970s all over it. So very cool van. I also have a Chevy Yanko van, which looks like their parts runner van, which I really do dig that van too. So I do have a few vans in my collection, and they all have some kind of sentimental reasoning behind why I have them. Because I'm not a huge van guy, but I do like some. So this one was nicely done by Greenlight. So now let's go to our Pro Stock cars. This one you've seen just a couple days ago in the Mopar Challenge. Red, white, and blue Sox and Martin, Drag Strip Demons, 68 Hemi Barracuda. This one is the not so rare wheel variant, but I think it's a little more accurate wheel variant. The 5-spoke window is very cool and hard to get, but This is the only one that I've been able to get so far. As I said, I was collecting a while back. I got out of it in 2000, I think it was about 2013, and then stayed out of collecting for probably 4 years and picked it back up in 2017. Now I'm trying to rebuild some of the stuff I used to have. I used to have all the drag strip demons and a lot of vintage racing cars, but as I said, like that Javelin eluded me for quite a while. So happy to be able to acquire some of these again, because these are starting to get ridiculously priced, and I really don't know why, because a lot of them were pretty easy to find back in 2009, 2010. So this is a very cool piece. Love this car. I wish they would have done it with the wheels and tires in the next one. This is Dick Landy's Challenger from the Vintage Racing series. This is very cool, very nicely done for the pro stock look, the tubbed look in the back. These wheels and tires would have been perfect on that 68 Barracuda because the back tires are a little too small. These are perfect to give it that tubbed look. So this pro stock Challenger is really cool. One thing with the vintage racing cars, they were really tight in the blister. The blisters were made to like contour the body of the car, and it kept it tight against the card. So if you leave them in there for a long time and you open them up, sometimes unfortunately the tampos will stick to the card. That's what happened to this guy on this side. So you'll notice I've kind of touched up some red paint here where the tampo pulled off of the body. That's why that Dodge is kind of missing part of the D and O, and the red paint, actually that's a Sharpie marker. It's not too exact, but close enough. I have another one of these in the package that I have not opened yet, and I'm a little bit paranoid to open it because I'm afraid this is going to happen again. So I even showed you guys before on the black 66 Chevelle by Smokey Unique had a couple little spots that the black paint tampo came off, and I touched it up with a Sharpie. I also have another one of them on the card, which once again, a little paranoid to open it. So I figured why not have one carded, one loose, and that ain't really that big of a deal. Maybe later on I can find something to match a little closer, but hey, not that big of an issue. But yeah, this is a very nice casting by Hot Wheels. I wish they would release some more of these. Actually, the Pro Stock Challenger, they had the Motown Shaker, I think, something like that. But it was green and white from the Vintage Racing series. After that, I don't remember them releasing that casting again. Just these two, and that's all I can remember. They may have released it in other series, but I don't think so. I think I would recall that one being a Mopar and being a race car, because that's like predominantly what I collect. So last but not least for this challenge is another Stock Martin and another vintage racing car. This is the Pro Stock Duster. This is the one that I was debating whether or not the other day to use it instead of the Mopar Missile. Even though Stock Martin, to most people that are not drag racing fans, know them compared to the Mopar Missile, it's not as notably popular as Stock Martin, but still yet, to me, being a Mopar guy, that's one of the more iconic like models and things like that, so I had to use it in my top, 20 Mopars the other day. But that's why I figured this red, white, and blue is a perfect opportunity to show you guys the Stock Martin variant of that car. This is also another one that is very cool, that looks great with this size wheels and tires on it. I wish they would release it some more with this wheel and tire combination. They did it again the year after the Vintage Racing and the NHRA drag racing, like 5-car set on the Holy Moly Duster, but it has very small back tires on it, so it doesn't look as proper as the Stock Martin and Mopar Missile. But yeah, this is a great casting. Even shows you like the power shut off and the jumper post for positive and negative for the battery. Very cool, very nicely done with the tampos, even the trunk pins to signify that it had a glass deck lid. So, just lacking headlight tampos. I don't know why Hot Wheels does that on a lot of their stuff, but they put all this effort into detailing so much of the car, and then they kind of neglect either headlights or tail lights, something. But who cares? It's still a nice casting. So, this is my color challenge, guys. And as I said, kind of very fitting for what this weekend is, being the Memorial Day weekend, and that these are red, white, and blue cars, American Motor Company, Mopar, and Chevy. Nothing says America like these three brands, especially American Motor Company, in red, white, and blue, and the USA 1 name. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was going to use some other ones, but they're JDM cars, so I didn't think it would be too fitting. But anyways, I think these are great ones to represent America on Memorial Day weekend. So I hope you enjoyed. And as usual, please like the video, share the video if you liked it a lot. And then if you have not subscribed yet, remember to do so. If you're watching and you have a channel, please let me know. I'd be happy to check it out, and maybe we can help each other out and support each other. So always let me know that in the comments, guys. Be more than happy to check out your channel and help you with a little bit of support. And as I said before, I will be announcing a new challenge for you guys on Sunday afternoon, so make sure you tune back in for that. It'll be the first challenge that I'm going to be starting. I think you guys will like the theme, and so thanks for watching. Stay healthy and stay safe, guys.